Hello guys, welcome to the Hylos guide. Are you tired of using Hylos ulti in the wrong way? Are you tired of just not dominating the early game with Hylos and just getting killed and being super squishy? Well, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can ulti really well with Hylos, how to dominate with Hylos in the early game, what to build, what emblems to use, what rotations to do, everything. I hope this guide will help you, and let's get started. Hello to the new viewers that are here and don't really know who I am. I am Hajun, a top 13 NACT roamer. My team was Team Flow. I created the team, I was a leader, I gathered all the members myself. I am a roamer main, and I am pretty experienced and competitive, and in pro scene. So all the advice I give you with my video guides, it is coming from a reliable source. I used to be Global 3 Jawhead in Season 21. Here is my win rate. Over 1,000 matches with over 80% win rate. And here is my win rate on Season 21. I did play in pro scene for quite a few years and I am very experienced, and I really hope to help all of you guys achieve your goals of reaching mythical immortal or whatever your goals may be. Have you been stuck in a specific rank for the longest time and you just want to improve? You're very serious and you just want to hit that mythical immortal this season? Well, get my private coaching. I will literally hold you by the hand, pour every single bit of knowledge I have into you, give you all the information you possibly need to make sure that you are literally in the same knowledge level as me, a pro player. And if you have dreams of becoming a high rank player or even a pro player, I can make those dreams possibly a reality. If you're interested, it is a paid service. Please DM me on Discord and we can definitely discuss the details. Here are 2 testimonies provided by players that I have coached before. As you can see, 070 before the coaching, right after the coaching, 1618, and he's pretty much going to win his game. So if you guys are interested, DM me on Discord, join my Discord server, link in description, and then DM me from there. Alright guys, so let's go over Hylos' passive real quick. Hylos gains 1.5 extra max HP for every 1 extra max mana he possesses. When out of mana, Hylos can use his HP for skill casts. So pretty much, for every mana you have, you also gain more HP. But if you have no mana, your second skill, right? For example, this second skill is going to consume your HP. If you have no mana, it doesn't mean you can't cast your skills. It's just going to use up your health to use the skill. Okay, so your health is gonna get low. So what I would suggest is if you're really low, then not to use your skill so much. If your mana is low, not to use your skill so much. If it happens, but usually it's not. You don't have to worry about it too much, right? Just turn on your second skill with Hylos and you're good to go. Okay, moving on to his skills. His first skill, when you initially press it, it gives him a movement speed like this. But when you do an auto attack, we're gonna do this again. So you have a certain period to do the auto attack. If you see, press first skill and you see this, the next basic attack stuns the target for 1 second. Alright, you have a small time window to actually hit your basic. So what I like to do is I like to catch up and then do a basic attack to stun the opponent. It only stuns 1 opponent. Okay, so what you want to do is drag your basic attack to the opponent you want to stun, and then you'll stun them pretty much. For his second skill, Hylos turns on this ring, which pretty much slows opponents who are in it. And once you, it reaches 3 stacks, I think, you actually slow their attack speed as well. And this skill in the early game is very strong. This skill makes Hylos' early really strong because it does a lot of damage. It slows their attack speed. Let's take a look. He generates this ring, and it slows them by 4% and reduces their attack speed by 7.5% for 2.5 seconds, up to 8 stacks. Guys, oh my god, up to 8 stacks is absolutely insane. So that's what, 56% attack speed reduction. That's crazy, guys. Each stack also increases the enemy's damage taken from the ring of punishment by 5%. Okay, so each time you get a stack on Hylos, your second skill does more damage to them. Okay, so it's really strong for the early game. Use it well, guys. Alright, moving on to his ulti. As you can see, you can aim it like this. What you want to do is it generates a path and it speeds you up. Okay, it speeds you up when you walk on it. So here, I'm slow, right? But when I get on this ulti, I run super fast. Alright, and it will also give your teammates a boost. They will also get a speed boost. Now, what will it do to the opponents? Your opponents are gonna get slowed. Let's see by exactly how much. So let's take a look at his ulti. Okay, he creates a pathway and which reduces the enemy's movement speed by 75%. Okay, and as long as they are on this pathway, their movement speed will be slowed by 75%. So they're gonna be very slow. Okay. And when you're on this pathway, Hylos is immune to slow, and he recovers 3% of his max HP per second. Alright? And any allied heroes moving along the pathway gain 60% extra movement speed. Okay? While enemy heroes on the pathway will be slowed by 25%. Okay, so they will be slowed. It'll reduce the enemy's movement speed. So initially it will reduce the enemy's movement speed by 75% for 1 second, and then after that they will be slowed by 25%. Alright guys, so that's how you use his ulti. Now, big tip on Hylos' ulti: if you engage into a fight, what you want to do is you always want to make sure you ulti on the opponent's path of retreat. So say my teammates are here with me, right? We are going to fight the people over here. So what are we gonna do? They're retreating, they're running away. We're gonna ulti this way, right? If you see that the opponents are running this way, you want to ulti here. If they're running towards the tower, you want to ulti on the tower. Alright, always use his ult on the opponent's path of retreat. That is how you properly use Hylos' ult if you're chasing. If you're running away, you want to ult towards your own path of retreat. Okay, if you are ganking an opponent in the top lane, right? For example, you are ganking them and there is an opponent over here. Let's place one opponent over here. So damage bot, let's go. So let's say you're ganking and there's an opponent here. You want to gank him. You want to ulti like this. So they can't get away. There's a big slow when they try to enter their tower. And then this way you can actually kill them off. You want to cut off their path of escape with Hylos' ult. That is the biggest tip I can give you guys. Also, another big tip I want to give you is when you use Hylos' ult, you can also use his first skill to get an even bigger movement speed. So take a look at this, guys. Right? I'm running, but if I use my first skill, I run even faster. So you can really catch up to the opponents like this. Another tip. I want to show you guys just how much sustain Hylos' ult gives him. So let's take a little bit of damage here. Okay, so look at the heal, guys. Look at the heal. Alright, this is insane. Full HP. Back to full HP with just revitalize, regen, and my ult. That's how strong it is. That's how strong the healing is. Okay? If you use this during team fights, you ulti onto your opponents. For example, like this. You ulti first skill, second skill. Okay? You revitalize. You are not dying. You can tank so much damage like this. Okay? This is why Hylos is so OP. He's so strong in the early game. And you can really go for invade. You can go for early game aggression. You can be very aggressive in the early. And just do really well with Hylos. Alright? Now, let's move on to Hylos' builds. Here's the build I like to use on Hylos. Encourage boots, because you are always in team fights. And it's really good to give your team that bonus damage. Alright, it's really nice. Next up, I like to build Thunderbelt. But before I build Thunderbelt, what I usually like to do is, you see here Clock of Destiny. I always like to build the small item for Clock of Destiny, which is called Elegant Gem. I never complete Clock of Destiny in the early game, guys. When you reach the late game, yes, you can. You can complete Clock of Destiny if you need to. But I really don't like to. In the late game, I always like to sell the Elegant Gem and buy another defense item. But for the early game, Elegant Gem is really strong. Okay? So never complete your Clock of Destiny. Buy Elegant Gem only and that's it. Okay? For the early game. Now, next up, I go for Thunderbelt. Because usually Thunderbelt gives you a, it works really well with his first skill and his damage. But guys, I also want to say that it is not a must build. In the gameplay that I did, that I'm going to show you in this video, I didn't build Thunderbelt. The reason is, there was actually a healer on the opponent team. That is why I didn't build it. I prioed Dominance Ice. Because if there is a healer on the opponent team and I get Dominance Ice right away, I'm getting the anti-heal effect. right? That's why I rushed to build Dominance Ice. And then I actually build this item, Elegant Gem, right? I built Elegant Gem afterwards. So that's what you want to do on Hylos. This is the build I like to go for, Dominance Ice. Then you can build Athena, you can build Antique Cuirass. It really depends on the opponent's damage. And then lastly, I usually like to finish it off with Immortality. So let me swap this out real quick. So I like to build Immortality, okay? And in the late game, you could buy Clock of Destiny. Honestly, you could. But I don't like to use it. I like to sell that Elegant Gem that I have. And then I like to swap it out with another tank item. Okay? So that's what I like to do. For the emblem, this is what I like to use. Tank, emblem, vitality, tenacity, and concussive blast. And for spell, guys, always go for revitalize. Because like we saw in the skill set segment, that with his ult and revitalize, you gain so much HP back. So that's why Hylos is really, really strong. Okay, guys, so his build is very, very flexible. Please build according to the opponents that you get. Okay, please build him accordingly. Elegant Gem is not a must buy. You can buy it in the early game if you need to. So Elegant Gem is not a must buy. You can. Now you guys might be saying, why Elegant Gem? Well, this is what it does, okay? When HP drops below 50%, recovers 15% of HP over the next 3 seconds. When mana drops below 50%, restores 15% of mana over the next 3 seconds. So as you guys know, when Hylos has more mana, he gets more HP, right? And HP restoration along with the spell and his ult, this item's passive is going to give him so much sustain. Alright, that's why it's really good in the early game. But late game, I like to sell it and just buy another tank item. So yeah, that's how you want to build Hylos, guys. Now let's move on to the gameplay. Who can frontline alone? Someone who's very tanky, right? Gatot would have been really good for that, but you know, his ulti is the problem. So another person who's really tanky and can solo tank is Hylos, right? So there you go. I don't know why he picked Zilong. He should have picked a tanky EXP laner. That would have been easier for me to play. But I have to pretty much solo frontline this game. That's why I picked Hylos. He's very tanky too. Hopefully it goes well. I'm not sure how the game is gonna go. The opponents have a much better draft than we do. So let's see.
I will only rest when there is peace.
Wait, can we actually take this? There is no way.
Stay near to
Thank you, Marvi. Appreciate it.
You shall become stronger. Outsider.
Bro, your blue is gone, bro. Your blue is gone, bro. Your blue is gone, bro.
You shall fear me.
Okay, Marvi, I see you making the money moves. Okay. Okay, Marvi, I see you making the money moves. Okay.
Protect the fairy forests. Protect my people.
Okay, Valentina Flicker, 3 minutes. Or sorry, 3 minutes 50 seconds.
Charge forward and fear nothing. I will only rest when there is peace.
This is the perfect time to ult. We are cutting off their path of escape.
Stay near to me. You shall become stronger.
Guys, this is GG's. I made a mistake here. I want you guys to comment what I did wrong. Right over here.
Your team destroyed a turret.
See? Path of retreat. Ulti on their path of retreat. Okay guys, there you go. That's how you use Hylos. You just gotta ulti on their path of retreat. Help my team take turtle. We're gonna move on to top lane now. We're gonna try to get the Alucard. There we go. Stun him. I'm tanking the tower shots. One more, I'm out. Okay, easy. You just tank the tower shots so your team can get the kill, and then when you know that the next shot is gonna kill you, you just get out, play. There we go. Tank the tower for Nathan. He can go in. Nice. And that's pretty much... I think it's GG's, guys. You tank the tower. My Nathan was doing damage. I was tanking the tower for him. And, you know, GG's. He was able to do damage. We were able to even get bottom lane tower. We're gonna get mid lane tower now, which is big. Huge. Okay, now I'm going to build this item because Valentina is doing some decent damage to me. I'm gonna go help on the red buff. Once again, cut off their path of retreat. Florin flicker. 8 minutes 40 seconds. Guys, 8 minutes 40 seconds means that, look, she flickered at 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the timer, right? Which means that her flicker, which is a 2-minute cooldown, is going to be back at 8 minutes 40 seconds.
Launch attack. An ally has slain the turret.
We're going to gank Irithel now. So she's obviously recalling.
Mega kill. Double kill.
Cut off the path of retreat. Easy. Shikimi is going to recall.
And fear nothing.
Can we push this tower?
Protect the fairy forests. Protect my people.
Yes, we can.
Your team destroyed the turret.
Nice, we got all the towers.
You shall fear
Initiate
me.
retreat.
Just get back now, Nathan. That's too much. We can't be playing so risky. Nice one. Irithel is dead. I'm not going to go for that anyways. She's dead.
Godlike.
I'm just going to give more vision for my team.
Launch attack.
Whoop, Zilong just got absolutely ganked, bro. They did him worse than, what's her name? Bonnie Blue. They did him worse than Bonnie Blue, bro. My Nathan is just so fed right now.
I will only rest when there is peace.
So guys, you want to do this, recall and emote to the opponents to just mess with them, okay? They're gonna be like, oh, this guy is using emotes, bro. Who does he think he is?
Outsider, now and tremble.
And it's gonna play with their mind. You wanna play mind games.
Stay near to me. You shall become strong.
We get tower, I have ulti soon, we can actually end the game. Never mind, that was a really bad ult. Guys, that was a bad ult. My team wasn't gonna follow up. I should have saved it for the Lord here. This is where I should have ulted.
I will only rest when there is peace.
And that's GG's, guys. Easy. Why did Valentina copy Hylos? Guys, Valentina copied Hylos because there is no other ult for Valentina to copy. That would be good. What other ults can she copy that's gonna be good, right? No other ones. Okay guys, that's how you use Hylos to win your games. He's really strong in the early game, so take advantage of that and make sure you play very aggressive. Also guys, I think Hylos and Kimmy together is a really strong combo. Those two paired up together can pretty much do a lot of things at the same time. Alright guys, remember Kimmy, Hylos, good, very strong. You can try to take the opponent's buff like that, like we just did. That was a good strategy actually. And we got Fredrin's buff, and it was a good game. So yeah, that's how you play Hylos, guys. That's how you carry your team. 27% damage tanked. Pretty good game. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. I hope my Hylos guide helps you, and good luck for rank.